What kind of people hide under burning desert sand for 3 straight days, just to rob one armored truck? Under the scorching heat, a group of men lay buried beneath the sand, barely moving. Their bodies were exhausted, but they knew one thing. If this plan worked, they would walk away with millions in cash and gold. Finally, after hours of waiting, dust appeared in the distance. The armored truck was coming. Everything looked normal until the guards noticed a strange pile of sand blocking the road ahead. The driver hesitated for a second. Cameras showed nothing suspicious around them, so he decided to push through. Big mistake. The moment the truck rolled over the sand, the wheels sank deep into the ground. The harder he tried to escape, the deeper it got trapped. What they didn't realize was that someone had already been watching them through a rifle scope. A gunshot suddenly echoed across the desert. Panic hit instantly. The guards fired wildly toward the sand, but they couldn't see a single target. Then, things got worse. A man suddenly emerged carrying a flamethrower and blasted fire directly at the truck. The heat became unbearable. The guards had no choice but to jump out. The second they stepped into the open, bullets started flying. Within moments, it was over. Now the crew moved fast. They replaced the tires, laid steel plates under the wheels, and slowly pulled the truck out of the sand trap. But they weren't just stealing it. They drove the entire armored truck into a hidden underground bunker they had prepared long before this day. Everything had gone perfectly. They covered the entrance and used helicopter blades to erase every trace from the desert surface. It was like the truck had vanished from the face of the earth, but fate had other plans. A red sports car suddenly passed nearby. The crew panicked. If that driver saw something, everything could fall apart. Moments later, an innocent man lost his life just for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Then police arrived. One of the robbers quickly disguised himself as the sports car owner and acted calm. The police were suspicious, but they found nothing. For 2 straight days, officers searched every inch of the desert. Nothing. Because the thing they were searching for was buried directly beneath their feet. But the real nightmare was only beginning. A week later, after the police finally left, the crew returned to open the truck. Except there was one problem. The truck couldn't be opened from outside. That meant someone inside was still alive. So they pumped smoke through the ventilation system. Inside, the trapped guards struggled to breathe. One had a mask, the other didn't. Desperate to survive, one of them offered a deal. Open the door and spare our lives. He believed them. The second he stepped out, bullets ripped through him. The surviving guards slammed the door shut again. Then chaos exploded. The robbers started turning against each other. Gunfire erupted everywhere. And suddenly, the trapped guard saw his chance. He burst out firing. Within seconds, almost everyone was dead. Only one man remained alive. He finally forced his way inside the truck and froze. Stacks of cash. Boxes filled with gold bars. For the first time, he thought he had actually won. The next day, he returned with his girlfriend, smiling from ear to ear. He thought his life was about to change forever. Then his smile disappeared. Police were already there. And the worst part, one surviving partner had secretly planted explosives to blow the truck open. A massive explosion tore through the bunker. Money flew everywhere. Months of planning, countless deaths, betrayal, greed, all gone in seconds. And in the end, he learned something too late. Sometimes people don't lose because of the police. They lose because greed destroys everything.